Welcome back to another episode of Cricket with Shane. And it's been a while, and it's been a few days after the T20 series between South Africa and Sri Lanka. However, we will look into this tournament and we will discuss about what happened and what should be improved, and at the same time we will discuss about the upcoming tournaments for Sri Lanka cricket. Sri Lanka came into this series with a winning background. They already won the one day series, and with that, they thought that they can win the T20 series as well. Yet, South Africa swept them clean by winning the series 3-0. So, what exactly went wrong for Sri Lanka cricket? Well, according to former Pakistani batsman Amir Sohail, there were two main issues. Number one is being that there are way too many all-rounders in Sri Lanka's squad. Well, when the game improves, when the game develops, yes, there are shorter formats, we do need more all-rounders, but it doesn't mean that the all-rounders can do everything halfway. Now, that is exactly what happened in this series for Sri Lanka. Well, me being a coach, I would like to request these young Sri Lankan all-rounders to take their playbooks out, take notes from their mistakes and hit the notes and improve themselves to do everything better. Now, I have one example, an all-rounder who did it best to come back to international level, Ben Stokes. We know he failed at some point, but he learned from his mistakes, he hit the nets, he did his practices, and he improved himself and got back to the best he is today. Well, according to Mr. Amir Sohail, the second issue that the Sri Lankan players have is that they don't know what their role is in the team. Yes, it's true. During team meetings, during team practices, the coaches and the captain should make it clear what each player's role is, so that when they go for tournaments, when they play matches, they know exactly what they're supposed to do in the middle. Yes, we saw that this is an issue, especially during this T20 series. Most of the Sri Lankan batting lineup were not able to get into marks. They were not able to hit the double digits even. I have seen certain media accusing this on our batting coach, Mr. Grant Flower. Yes, we know Grant Flower was a very good player during his time. But the question is, can he train batsmen for the shorter format? Because we know that Grant Flower never played T20s during his time. Having said that, let's look into other issues that we saw during this series. One of them are number 3 batsmen in Sri Lanka batting lineup. So what do you think? Which player should be the permanent number 3 in Sri Lanka batting? Well, yes, Dinesh Chandimal had a good half century during the first T20 game. But next to it raised a question not about his batting but about his callings, especially behind the wicket. Now, is he really reading the game? So most of the reviews taken by Sri Lanka raised the question, are they really reading the game? Are they really in the game? And another issue is that Sri Lankan players doesn't have their confidence level up high. Now most of the experts call it out, saying that these players just go to the middle without a good confidence in themselves. And the next issue is Kusal Janit Pereira. Now he was ruled out from the first game because of his injuries and also the COVID-19's restrictions which he had to undergo. But we have a question about his fitness level. Now we saw during the last 2 games he suffered injuries and he was not 100%. Also, there are rumors saying that Kusal Janit Pereira will not play for the Sri Lanka tour of Oman. The reason is that he needs to rest and recover for the T20 World Series. Let's look at the bright side, shall we? Well, Vinod Bhanuka is still available as a good wicket-keeping batsman. He observes the batsman, he observes the game and the situation, and he calls for necessary changes in the field. And also, when it comes to reviews, yes, he does a good job calling them. So I suggest that he should be included to the T20 World Series squad. And the next positive thing is that the current Sri Lanka squad does have a very enthusiastic player within them. Yes, Chamika Karunaratne. Now, he has been given the nickname that they use for Mr. Kumar Dharmasena during his time. And I believe that he didn't disappoint the Sri Lankan cricket fans. Yes, he's good in batting, he's good in bowling, and at the same time, he's very good in the field as well. And as we speak of these things, Wanidhu Hasaranga and Dushmantha Chameera are with their players in Royal Challengers Bangalore in the Middle East, which is another good thing, so that they have the exposure of the Middle Eastern grounds and the pitch conditions. So this will be a great advantage for the number 2 ranked bowler in T20 cricket. And at the same time, we already know that Dushmantha Chameera have gained a huge improvement under the guidance of Mr. Chaminda Was. With all these ups and downs, all the Sri Lanka cricket fans hope that this young talented Sri Lanka cricket team will make Sri Lanka cricket great again. Yes, we are waiting for that next era of cricket. Last but not least, let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? It's Mr. Lasith Malinga, the king of Yorker. He announced his retirement from T20 cricket, but Sri Lankan fans expected him to play for the upcoming World T20 series. So that will be his last farewell game. But unfortunately, he announced his retirement, and we don't know what will happen in the future. Although there are rumors saying that he will get a chance to play in this tournament, but we are not sure. If he does get a chance, yes, all we Sri Lankan fans expect another world-class show from him. And if he doesn't get, yes, thank you for what you have done for Sri Lanka cricket. Thank you for the excitement that you have given us. So please leave a comment about what you think of Lasith Malinga and his cricket future. And I'll see you with another video of Cricket with Shane. Until then, stay safe and enjoy.